there what you're drinking. 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise.
Yo guys, hello and welcome back to my F126 Xenon Minardi My Team career mode. Just quickly, big shout out to everyone that's been supporting the channel recently over the last few days. Really appreciate it, whether it's liking, subscribing, or even just viewing it. Really appreciate you all guys. It does not go unnoticed. But yeah, round 1 here in today's episode at the Australian Grand Prix. You'll just see on your screen now a little bit more admin before we get into the weekend. But yeah, really excited for this season. Let's try and get that all-elusive podium for the Minardi team. 21 years of history before becoming Toro Rosso. Yeah, no silverware for the team. We are going to change that in this career mode. Now, if you did miss the first episode of this series, it's not technically an episode, but it's the setup to the career mode, then go and watch that before this real quick. I'll leave a little card on screen for you. But yeah, long story short, we are Minardi. We have got Gabriele Mini and Nicola Solov driving for us. And yeah, as you can see, we are going to choose Gabriele Mini for the first round of the season in Australia. Now, we have a little bit of wet weather in this first race of the season, so yeah, that could throw up some surprises in this one, but let's not waste any time now. Enough waffling from me. Let's get into practice.
The long wait is over. This is it, a brand new season. And before the show gets well and truly underway, we've got the all-important matter of a free practice session. It's great to be back.
So yes, guys, you join me in the third lap of free practice 1. Just doing the race strategy program real quick. You are forced to do it in the first race session of the year, so yeah, this will not be a regular occurrence from me, but yeah, we're just throwing the car around on these first few laps and just seeing what it's got. And the answer is not that much. It's a little bit of a handful, and obviously by far the worst car on the grid, and that is saying something when you got them Aston Martins on there. But yeah, we complete the program. We're going to bring it into the pits, and yeah, let's just move straight into qualifying, shall we?
And a warm welcome, everybody. We're here in the heart of Melbourne. It's Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
So the first qualifying session back with Minardi on the Formula 1 grid, and yeah, let's just see what we can do in this session. Absolutely no expectations here for the team on debut, but we're going to give it our all as always. We did go for a circulation lap. This is our first proper push lap, and we go deep into the little right-hander there, and yeah, we lose quite a bit of time there. Had to back out as to not get a warning, but we're going to come across the line on this first lap. Just to put a banker on the table, a time to beat in the future, and we stay in P15 and last at the moment, which is no surprise with the mistake, but yeah, let's go again towards the end of our second lap here, and yeah, a bit more battery saved up. We did go in none for the last sector, and we did tidy up that mistake that we did on the previous lap, and we go up to P18 in this one, so a much better improvement there. But it all comes down to this, the final lap in qualifying 1 here at Albert Park. Nice little bit of boost down towards the start-finish line as we get rudely interrupted by Mark. Throw it over the apex of turn 1 and get a really good run through there. Little bit of battery use down into turn 3 here. Hit the curve for a little bit of rotation. Momentarily down to second, up to third, up to fourth. to get decent traction out of the first sector. Now battery is a little bit low as the session closes. Nice little lift and coast into the quick right left here. Back on the battery as soon as possible. A 1/10 of a second improvement at the moment. Not ideal. We have now run out of the battery, but we are still gaining on the delta. Little lift and coast into the fast left-right chicane here. Good riding of the curbs. Very low on the battery though, already out again, and the delta is dropping. 2.5 attempts now as we go over the curb nicely there into the chicane, hairpin, right hand, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, 6 attempts up on the delta now, much better in this final sector. Horrible last few corners for myself, never get the right traction down, but looks like we are going to cross the line. 6.5 attempts up. P11, oh wow, what a lap here from the Exena Minardi boys, and we're in Q2 for the first race of the season. No, I was not expecting this in the first race of the season, but unfortunately, qualifying 2 went completely the other way. We did go out for 2 runs initially, but both got overtaken by other cars, so put us off. And this one, yeah, really poor lap, nothing to write home about. Was, yeah, not good at all. And we will stay in P17, so still a good qualifying session all round for us. P17 is a lot higher than I thought, but yeah, what could have been. Isaac Hadjar actually going out in the Red Bull as well here, but yeah, we are very happy with this result here in the first qualifying session of the season. Yeah, going down, we are in P17. Valtteri Bottas actually out qualifying, and Lance Stroll as well. God, I should probably retire right now, but yeah, fair play to the Aston Martin driver there, but really good result for us. Now remember, we do have changeable conditions for this race, so let's not waste any more time and get into the race.
It's a new day, a new dawn, a new era for Formula One. This is the 2026 World Championship. New regulations, new cars, new fuels, new drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's ride. We're a stone's throw from the enormous Port Phillip Bay for today's race at the 3.28-mile Albert Park circuit. It's a bumpy racing surface here, and the 14 corners could prove especially difficult in the wet conditions. So watch out for a safety car at some point during this Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Russell, Max Verstappen, and Sainz, Gasly, Behrman, Hadjar, and Alex Albon, Colapinto, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, and Hülkenberg, Antonelli, Bottas, Gabriele Mini, and Fernando Alonso, Lawson, Lindblad, Perez, Bortoletto, Soloff, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And joining me in the commentary box this afternoon, the First Lady of World Motorsports, Naomi Schiff. A new season, a new dawn, and now 24 cars and 12 teams on the grid.
First of all, this is such an exciting time. But for them today, I guess you would be really nervous. It's the first time you're going to be doing this. There is so much to learn. But at the end of the day, they've got to remember that expectations aren't that high. They've all been there before. They've all had their first race, and no one is expecting them to land on the top of the podium. So just learn to walk before you can run.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Believe me, Mark, I will try my best not to. So looking at the strategy now, it is currently raining, but it is suggesting dry tyres. So a very interesting start to this Australian Grand Prix already. How is this going to play out? Stick around and find out, guys. Now, I was considering starting on the hard tyres, but as it is raining in this one, and they're making us start on the dries, we're going to go for the softer rubber, which is the medium tyres here. So hopefully it'll give us a bit more purchase on the tarmac and hopefully propel us up the grid. But let's not waste any more time and get into the Australian Grand Prix. So I do have the formation lap on, and luckily I did. I'm going to check the weather as soon as I possibly can. I'm expecting an early switch onto intermediates, but who knows with this game. So we get underway.
So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Wow, that doesn't give me that much information, but yeah, maybe we'll have to go on to the intermediate soon, but
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for
we
now.
will see. So lining up on the grid here for the Australian Grand Prix, we have 5 red lights and it's away we go for the first race back in a Minardi on the F126 game, and we get a really good start on these medium tyres. We're going to go straight to the outside of the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll there. Get a good run through the first few corners and more importantly, no damage. As per yet, we go up the inside of Oscar Piastri, but we think better of it. And yeah, this is going to be a very long race here, so plenty of opportunities. As we go up the outside of Colapinto and Piastri, Piastri holds position, but we managed to get the Alpine, so really good start. P12 in this opening race so far. In the opening lap even. Bit of a dodgy exit and the car is squirming around in the wet conditions. We put the boost on and Piastri is looking like a sitting duck at the moment. We are racing up to the back of him and we slide it down the inside of the fast left right and we get the position on the McLaren man. P11 on lap 1, overtaking a McLaren. This is dream stuff for us right now. Moving on to the second sector here on lap 2, and Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly are side by side in a very unconventional place here. We try and get the power down the boost. The back end wants to step out, but we've got a great run on both of the former Red Bull men. We slide up the inside of Gasly with ease. We go to the outside of Albon, touch his right rear and nearly lose the back end completely as we pick a warning up for the collision there, but yeah, really lucky to get away, especially without any damage.
Systems all looking good, head down.
As we get a bit distracted down into the harsh braking zone and nearly go into the gravel, but yeah, P10 now on lap 2. This is a dream start. We are going to be outside of the boost mode for now though. But yeah, as Lando Norris picks up the fastest lap of the race. Tyres are wearing slightly because of all the sliding, but it's drivable at the moment. It's not horrendous, but it is getting there. End of lap 3, start of lap 4 now, and we are right back on the tail of Alex Albon in the Williams. We get an okay exit off the final corner. Absolutely petrified of losing the back end, but Albon gets a really bad run. We put the boost on, faint to the inside and go to the outside into turn 1 and make the move stick just in track limits. Really good move there and up into P9. moving all the way to lap 6 now. And yeah, we've managed to catch the guys ahead, Ollie Behrman and Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. Oscar Piastri, though, is also right on our tail here after overtaking him earlier in the race. We're using our battery, we're closing up to Ollie Behrman, though. Defending Oscar Piastri quite well so far. We get the boost on, though. Behrman has a really poor run, and we're going to absolutely send it to the inside of the Haas man here. He moves over slightly in the braking, but we get it stopped. Slight bit of contact with the Haas driver, but we get the move done, as both of the Red Bulls actually side by side in the final sector, which allows us to keep the overtake mode for the next lap. Conditions still deteriorating, but haven't had a message to go on to the inters or anything yet, so we are going to stick with it for now. End lap 7 now, and the Red Bulls have pretty much been side by side the whole lap. We've looked to save the battery a bit. Did not manage to get the overtake on the last lap actually, and now we are going to go into turn 1 and unfortunately drift a bit wide and pick up our first track limit warning of the race so far. Yeah, not ideal there, but we are going to have to be careful for the rest of this one. Deep again into turn 3, not ideal. The tyres obviously starting to hurt us. Conditions starting to get worse, and yeah, just need to keep it calm and consistent in this one. End of lap 8 though, and the Red Bulls have absolutely pulled away from us and we are really struggling, so we are going to take a gamble and move on to the intermediate tyres.
Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Pit entry judged okay, but yeah, we are going to gamble here, guys, and go on to the intermediate tyres. Let's hope for a good stop from the boys. 2.5, good first stop for the Minardi pit crew. And yeah, we're gonna
no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
We're gonna rejoin in P23 in this race ahead of Lance Stroll. Who else? Halfway through the lap now, and it has not taken us long to catch up to the back of our teammate here. We have dumped a lot of the battery, but a little bit more lift and coast in this wet weather is ideal for us, as he gets a terrible exit on them hard tyres. We're going to go down the inside of the right-hander there, and good move on our teammate. Gabriel Bortoletto up next. Onto the pit straight though, and we have some people in the box now. Looks like they're going onto another set of the slicks though, not the intermediates, so it is only us taking this gamble here. But as you can see, we are absolutely eating them up for time. Gabriel Bortoletto ahead. We're going to send it into turn 3, not to waste any time, no contact, but we do ride the curb. So yeah, very risky but decent move there from the Minardi man, Gabriele Mini. End of the lap again now, and we have managed to catch up to the Racing Bull ahead of us. These intermediate tyres are working very nicely for us, as Sergio Perez decides to box ahead. So that's one less car we have to overtake. We get a much better exit off the final corner than Liam Lawson, and we go straight past him, setting the fastest lap of the race actually, confirming that these tyres are the better tyres to be on right now. And yeah, up into P11 as a few more cars pit. So an inspired decision by the boys so far in this race. Moving on to the end of lap 13 now, and we are still in 9th place in this Grand Prix. Catching up to Nico Hulkenberg in the Audi ahead of us. Still these slick tyres not doing well for the AI here. As Verstappen is in the pits, we get a much better exit than Hulkenberg, and just like Liam Lawson, we fly by him on the pit straight. And yeah, really good P6 now with Charles Leclerc in the pit lane. Absolute dream start so far for the boys. End of lap 14 now, start of lap 15, and Isaac Hadjar and Lewis Hamilton are in the pit lane. So we are going to move up to P4 in the Grand Prix, just behind Kimi Antonelli, who has pit, and Lando Norris P2. Wow. Speechless. Well, I will say we do have a Ferrari engine, but we are producing way better strategies. Midway through lap 16 now, and the pace is so good. We have caught up to Kimi Antonelli ahead of us. And yeah, we've got a full battery in the tank here. Still enabled, straight line mode still enabled, but these intermediates are really working for us. We're going to cruise up to the back of the Mercedes man ahead. He goes to the outside, we go to the inside, lift and coast. But we get the job done on the apex of the fast left-hander. And yeah, up into P3 now, a podium. There is no way we are going to achieve this in the first race. Surely not. But yeah, surely this can't get any better. But then look at the top left. George Russell has boxed from P1 in this race. Lando Norris assumes the race lead, also with the fastest lap. But we, in a Minardi, in our first race, is going to collect P2 on lap 17 here. Charles Leclerc with the fastest lap though, absolutely gaining on us behind, but whew. Lap 18 now, and the gap between the cars behind and ourselves is coming down.
So we're looking at another 5, maybe 10 minutes of this rain. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
As I thought the conditions were getting better, edging more towards the dry tyres, our rears are absolutely
okay,
cooking.
10 laps of fuel to go, 10 laps of fuel left.
As Mark gives us a fuel update. But yeah, the tyres have started to go off this past lap. Lando Norris actually in the pit lane. So we, in hindsight, I should have definitely boxed on this lap to go to the end, but we are going to take the lead of the Australian Grand Prix in our first race back as a team, and that is an incredible achievement in itself, as George Russell sets the fastest lap. But we will be boxing this lap for the slicks again.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
So end of the lap, and we are going to pull into the box. Going to go to the set of the hard tyres to get end of this race. We did not have another set of mediums, so it's going to have to be the hard tyres, but that is not a problem. Can we have another good stop from the boys? Little bit of a slow one this time though, 4.4 seconds. Really not ideal, and we drop all the way down to P10. As we go really deep on the pit exit. Not used to these hard, slick, compact tyres on this wet track.
Looking at some imminent gearbox issues, I'm afraid. Watch out for jams and misgears.
Oh no, that is more like the luck I was expecting in this one. We lose the lead, we drop it on the exit of the pit lane, and we have a gearbox issue. But let's not think about that now. Moving on to the end of lap 20, start of lap 21, we have some cars in the pits, which promotes us up to P8 as Oscar Piastri is looking up the inside, looking very racy at this stage of the race. Still getting used to these slick tyres, and the track is not ideal at the moment, but still holding off the McLaren man, P8 currently. Really struggling, especially in the first and the last sector, to get the traction down.
And that's 8
Taking lines like that does not help though, and Oscar Piastri gets past as we nearly drop it. Understandable warning there received by myself, but we are not going to give this up. We are going to put the battery on, and we are going to drift up to the back of the McLaren man, light flashing. We go to the outside. run out of battery in the meantime, and we hold it around the outside of the McLaren man. Brilliant move back there after the horrible mistake in Sector 1. Piastri's going to look for it, but we are going to just cover him off, and that is nice work from the boy there. A lap later though, and a roles reverse situation here. We are out of battery. Oscar Piastri is fully charged by the looks of it. He goes to the outside and he does the exact same thing to us as we did to him on the previous lap. Track is getting a lot better now, and yeah, I think the rain has stopped, so yeah, we need to try and stay in the points in this one, I think. Don't get me wrong, I'd absolutely take it, but being up at the lofty heights of P1, it does make you think what could have been, but still very happy. Moving on to lap 26 now, and Piastri has absolutely left us for dead in this one. Carlos Sainz, Ollie Behrman,
Fuel for 3 more laps.
and Pierre Gasly have caught up to us at the end of this race. We have got very little battery left and fuel still to be saved. We've used a lot more in the wet than I thought we would, and Carlos Sainz is going to go to the outside. Ollie Behrman may even look to the inside. We cover that off, but Sainz will get the position. So now need to try and look after this one championship point, but we have no battery. Ollie Behrman's going to go to the outside. Pierre Gasly's going to go to the inside. We thread the needle down the middle, and we managed to hold the position. Great judgment on the brakes there. But Carlos Sainz is already racing away. We're not going to be getting any overtake mode this lap, and a lot of Lyco to try and save this battery and the fuel. But yeah, we're going to absolutely floor it on the exit, use a bit of the battery. Behrman is going to go to the inside, but nothing doing there. And that is pretty much the story for the rest of the race.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Moving on to the final lap of the race now. Pierre Gasly looking to the outside of turn 1. We hold it down the inside though, and he ends up backing out in the end. Really nail-biting stuff right now as Gasly goes round the outside again. But we dance down the inside, a little bit of contact with him on the side pod. But we hold it around the outside again, getting a little bit sketchy in the final lap of this race, but we need to do everything to hold on to this championship point. Lando Norris wins the Australian Grand Prix for McLaren, so great start for him. We have run out of battery, but Gasly and Albon are fighting behind and they have dropped back, so this might give us the breathing room that we need in this race to save the fuel. We get on the power early, dump the rest of the battery, go to the inside to defend from Pierre. He launches it around the outside, but we hold the inside yet again. And we are getting corner by corner closer to our first point back in the sport. Final bit of lift and coast into the penultimate corner. Can we get a good exit onto the straight? And we do. We are going to cross the line and we are going to claim P10 in the first race.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
And here he comes. It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
Well, they kept us guessing during pre-season testing. We all wondered who it was going to be, and to have them drawn out here today, that they are the ones to beat, just goes to show that all the work they put in has really counted.
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. He raises the trophy over his head. Lando Norris, head and shoulders above the rest today. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
And wow, guys, what an incredible start to the season, picking up one valuable championship point in the opening round of the Formula One season. Lando Norris with the win, us in P10, Nicholas Solov picking up P21. So yeah, not ideal for him, but really good weekend for the Xenon Minardi boys. And yeah, really good stuff from us. Esteban Ocon, the only DNF in the race. We were leading the race at one point, but, you know, P10. Crazy. Let's see if we can replicate that in China. Would be incredible. But yeah, wow. And that is going to be all from me here from Albert Park. The first round of the season was a blazing success for the Minardi boys. Now join me in China for the next round, also a sprint race. I'll leave the highlights in the background. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see more F126 content, my team content, anything, stuff like that, then please like and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, and cheers.